I thought trading would save me. I was wrong. Most people don't come into trading because they love charts. They come into trading because they want escape. Escape from pressure, escape from debt, escape from being average, escape from waking up every morning feeling like life is happening to them instead of for them. Let me be honest with you. That was me too. I didn't start trading because I was passionate about candlesticks or market structure. I started because I was tired. Tired of feeling behind, tired of needing permission to breathe financially, tired of watching other people live the kind of life I wanted. And somewhere deep inside me, I believed trading would save me. I thought one big trade would change everything. I thought if I could just become profitable, all the insecurity would disappear. But here's what nobody tells you. Trading doesn't fix who you are. It exposes who you are. And that realization changes everything. Because most people enter the market trying to make money, but the market is actually revealing their identity, their impatience, their emotional instability, their need for validation, their fear of uncertainty, their addiction to quick results. The chart becomes a mirror, and most people are not ready for what they see. If you've ever overtraded after a loss, if you've ever moved your stop loss hoping price would reverse, if you've ever felt angry watching someone else make money, you're not alone. But this is where it changes. Because the moment you stop expecting trading to rescue you is the moment you finally start becoming dangerous. Not emotionally dangerous, mentally dangerous. Calm, disciplined, patient, detached. The kind of trader who no longer needs the market emotionally. And ironically, that's usually when consistency starts. So if you're watching this right now, I want you to comment this below. I don't need trading to save me. Not because you've already mastered yourself, but because saying it forces you to confront something deeper. The market rewards emotional maturity more than intelligence. That truth alone changes lives. You thought trading was about money, but it was actually about identity. Here's the old behavior. You open charts every day chasing income. You think, if I can just make enough money, I'll finally feel secure. So every trade becomes emotional. Every win feels like proof you matter. Every loss feels personal. And that pressure destroys decision-making. Because now you're not trading the setup, you're trading your self-worth. Here's the new behavior. You stop attaching your identity to outcomes. You realize one losing trade changes nothing about who you are. And suddenly, your decisions become cleaner. Less revenge trading, less panic, less forcing setups, because emotionally desperate traders cannot think clearly. Let me say that again. Emotionally desperate traders cannot think clearly. Imagine becoming the kind of person who can lose a trade and remain completely calm. Most people can't do that. Not because they lack strategy, but because their nervous system is addicted to emotional chaos. Here's a quote that hit me hard one day. Until you heal your relationship with uncertainty, the market will continue to humble you. That's trading, not prediction. Relationship with uncertainty. And once you understand that, you stop trying to control the market. You start controlling yourself. The market doesn't reward effort. This one hurts because most traders secretly believe if I work hard enough, I deserve profits. But the market doesn't care how badly you want it. You can study 14 hours a day and still lose. You can mark up charts all night and still get stopped out. That reality frustrates people because deep down they want certainty. But trading is probability, not certainty. Old behavior. You try to force outcomes. You overanalyze. You take impulsive entries. You chase missed trades. You double risk after losses. Because emotionally, you're trying to escape discomfort. New behavior. You become process-focused. You stop needing every trade to work. You understand something powerful. Professional traders think in series.
beginners think in individual trades. That changes everything. Because when you stop obsessing over one trade, fear loses power over you. And fear is expensive. Fear exits trades too early. Fear creates hesitation. Fear makes traders abandon plans. Let me be honest with you. The market is not testing your strategy first. It's testing your emotional consistency. That's the real challenge. The night everything changed. I remember one particular night. I had just blown another account. Not a huge one, but enough to hurt emotionally. And I sat there staring at the screen in silence. No music, no motivation videos, no distractions. Just me and the truth. And the truth was ugly. I wasn't really trading. I was gambling emotionally while pretending to be disciplined. I kept saying, I want freedom, but my actions showed addiction. Addiction to excitement, addiction to urgency, addiction to emotional highs. I didn't want consistency. I wanted emotional relief. That realization broke me. Because for the first time, I understood the problem wasn't the market, it was who I became under pressure. And that's when my transformation started. Not when I found a better strategy, when I became more self-aware. If you felt this, you're not alone. There are traders right now making money with simple systems, while highly intelligent traders keep losing. Why? Because emotional regulation is more valuable than technical complexity. Read that again slowly. Emotional regulation is more valuable than technical complexity. That's the part YouTube rarely talks about, because discipline is not exciting content, but discipline builds real traders. You don't need more information. You need fewer contradictions. Most traders consume too much. One mentor says buy, another says sell. One says scalp, another says swing trade, and slowly your mind becomes noisy. Old behavior, constantly changing strategy, constantly doubting yourself, constantly searching for the secret. New behavior, you simplify. You master one approach deeply, because confidence is built through repetition, not endless information. Imagine becoming so clear in your process that you no longer panic every time price moves. That level of calm changes your entire life, not just trading, life. Because trading exposes how you handle pressure generally. Impulsive traders are usually impulsive people. Undisciplined traders are usually undisciplined elsewhere. The market amplifies who you already are. That's why trading becomes personal development whether you like it or not. Here's what nobody tells you. The goal is not just profitable trades. The goal is becoming a stable human being. That's the real flex. Patience isn't passive. This one took me years to understand. Patience is not doing nothing. Patience is emotional control under temptation. That's different. Old behavior. You feel the need to always be in a trade because sitting out feels unproductive, so you force setups, and forced trades usually become expensive lessons. New behavior. You wait without emotional discomfort. That's mastery. Not because you're lazy, because you understand timing matters more than activity. A sniper does not fire every second, and neither should a trader. One strong setup can outperform 30 emotional trades, but most people sabotage themselves because silence feels uncomfortable. The truth is, many traders are not addicted to profits. They are addicted to stimulation. That's why they overtrade. This is where it changes. Because once you stop needing constant action, you finally start seeing clearly, and clarity creates execution. Winning changes nothing if you don't change. This is important. There are traders who become profitable and still feel empty. Why? Because they thought money would heal internal problems. But money amplifies identity. If you're emotionally unstable broke, you'll likely be emotionally unstable with money too. Trading income doesn't automatically create peace. Internal stability creates peace, and stable people make better decisions. Imagine becoming the kind of trader who no longer checks profits every 5 minutes, the kind of person who trusts process more than emotion. That's freedom, not flashy profits, internal freedom. And that's what most people are actually searching for, even if they don't realize it.
I want you to pause for a second. Seriously, think about this question honestly. Am I trading to build wealth or to escape pain? That answer matters more than strategy. Drop your answer in the comments if you're willing to be honest. And if this video is forcing you to think differently already, make sure you subscribe. Not because this channel will magically make you profitable, but because you need reminders like this. The internet teaches people how to enter trades. Very few people teach traders how to master themselves. And that difference matters. Identity evolution. This is the real game. Here's the shift that changes everything. Successful traders are not superhuman. They simply become emotionally different. They become less reactive, less desperate, less impulsive, more patient, more detached, more intentional. And slowly, their external results begin matching their internal stability. That's why growth feels slow at first, because the market is forcing an identity transformation. You are literally becoming a different person, a calmer person, a more disciplined person, a less emotional person. And that transformation takes time. Here's a powerful statement I need you to remember. The market pays you for emotional maturity, not effort, not motivation, not intelligence alone. Emotional maturity. And once that clicks, your entire approach changes. Let me leave you with this. You are probably closer than you think, not because your strategy is perfect, but because awareness is the beginning of transformation. The fact that you can now recognize your emotional patterns means growth has already started. Most people never become self-aware. They just keep blaming the market forever. But you're starting to see deeper, and that matters. So be patient with yourself. Not soft, patient. There's a difference. Because becoming consistent is not about becoming emotionless. It's about becoming emotionally disciplined. Trade by trade, decision by decision, day by day. And one day, you'll realize the market never came to save you. It came to transform you. That's the part nobody tells you. And if this video spoke to something deeper inside you, subscribe right now. Not later, right now. Because this channel is not for gamblers chasing dopamine. It's for people ready to evolve mentally, emotionally, and financially. People ready to become dangerous through discipline. So subscribe and start becoming the kind of person the market can finally trust with success.